All right, yeah, so, I did those deposits that you said I could do. One was a donation. So I'm giving you the paperwork back on,
Yeah.
you asked for the contract from for Nutmeg.
Yes,
And also, the person at the company, Double C Ranch, who gave the donation, they gave a suggestion of having a farm day.
yeah, which would be nice, I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
but we still have to go through, okay, you
Yeah.
deposited bruisers, right?
Yeah, I deposited the check for Nutmeg and I deposited
No, nutmeg you're supposed to hold.
I did not, right, I did not deposit Nutmeg, you're right,
Yeah.
it's right here.
Yeah,
And as well as the contract, so.
all right, so Dino's concessions is.
Dino's, two, that's what it was.
Yeah, two. Oh, right. We didn't get the bruiser one, right? No, I'll send him an email. Okay, so we have this one.
There's two
Yeah.
contracts there
Yeah, he has two separate
with
trailers.
water. Because they were $400 each.
Oh, that's right, he had the $800. So, right, go funnel. See, this is where it gets into the same as that one.
Right, so this,
So Dino's, this is how we have to look at it. We have hamburger, cheeseburger, footlong, sausage, French fries, chicken, corn dogs. Then we have dried dough, funnel cakes, deep fried Oreos, all those ones. And these guys want to bring in pretty much the same exact thing that they're bringing in, so I don't think we're gonna.
so that we've already accepted these.
Yeah, yeah.
The deposits made.
So who's the third?
And this is nutmeg concession, which they've never allowed in before, because they want to take up too much. As far as,
So I had gotten a call from a
Rosie.
Tarazi.
Yeah, I remember the.
Yeah, they used to have
Yes.
Tarazi Bakery in town.
Yeah.
And so they moved to Vermont. And she called me that they'd like to come down. I told her to go, I assume everything was online for
Me too.
register.
she would have to, there
So
was,
I told her to go online. She said, you know, I explained to her how we don't want to overlap the same type of concessions. So she said they're very open to making a menu that fits for us.
okay.
So whether that be,
So the email address is literally.
yeah, I'll get, she said she had already started online stuff, so
Yeah.
I just didn't know if there.
Well, I said.
Oh,
the
you
same,
did?
but
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you give her the email address for Granby Truck.
Yeah, so
I
she
check
does
it
even
every
does
day.
like personal pizza, you know, they do.
Oh, yeah, remember those? I miss those. Margarita one.
Yeah.
They're really nice too. People love them in town and stuff.
He's a super nice guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
nutmeg is the same exact as Dino's, and Dino's has been here in the past many times.
Sure.
Mhm.
I don't see taking Dino's out for nutmeg concessions.
Right.
I mean, and this is for second one, which is the same as exact as he has. French fries, chicken tenders, corn dogs. So I don't see letting nutmeg come in.
Right. Hey.
Yeah.
Wait. You're here.
It's not the game.
That's what I was telling them.
How'd it go?
Who's winning?
Oh gosh, it's getting violent over there.
Not Granby? Are they winning?
Oh, Granby's winning.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's getting violent.
Oh, God.
I can
Could be a good
return
one.
this to them. So, okay, Dino's, because they've been here before, we're gonna keep them. We already deposited their check.
So everybody's in agreement, Nutmeg is not in.
Yes. Because it's the same exact as everything Dino has. I
Right.
mean, and they don't want us doubling up anything.
Right.
Yeah, very, I mean,
Were
So,
we able to get more spots to the plat?
uh,
Or we still stuck with the 12 that we had?
but we can put them in if we can figure out where we can put them that we don't have to, interfere with anything.
Yeah. Because
So
we were
they
trying to
have
get
that
what,
access.
16?
This
Where
is
we
the,
were trying-
this is the.
Oh, good.
No,
oh,
okay,
that's
it's not-
from prior years. That's nothing, that's
not
nothing
what
new.
we've agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, we were trying to fit some more in, right?
Right.
We had
Were
talked,
we able to, or?
Measured it out and we can fit.
a lot more than that.
Oh, there's a
Think
good
so.
people, yeah.
But it all has to do with like the water spigot she was explaining to me and like,
Because there's a flowback that they have to have on the water spigot to stop it from flowing back.
right,
Well,
it's
if you
like
put the-
they don't want splitters, the Board of Health, like there's just layers. I almost feel like just doing as many as we can get that kind of matches what they've done and then kind of see what the year is like so we can experience it.
Yeah.
Because she was explaining it to me, but like it was really hard to like lay it out. And I'm like, man, I measured out my wheel. I'm like, I can like, there's
Yeah,
so many.
you can, yeah.
But this is the other
Yeah.
thing I'm looking at here, because they don't, and nothing they have, none of their contracts or anything else. So, for-profit groups, which is the food vendors and stuff like that. It's, well, their stuff is way off here, but, like, food and stuff like that, they're charging extra per footage after 10 feet, but they don't do that with the regular food trucks, vendors.
Mhm.
If you charge so much for the certain spot of a 10 by 10, you should be charging for each additional foot they're taking over that. Because I know, Mad Eats, he said he had a 25-foot trailer.
5-foot trailer, yeah.
So that's 2 spots and then some.
Yeah, that's 2.5 spots.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I seen if there's any extra, like, if there's extra room, you know, like we can kind of like squeeze him in where he just kind of falls over, but not really taking up another water spigot or something like that, you know?
But he needs electricity, which there are spots available, for electricity.
I
So
did
should
read
we
that.
try assigning spots right as they come in, you know, as we have the.
Well, we have Bruiser Barbecue was the first one to get their contract into.
Right, we decide where they go though, right,
Yeah.
not them.
Yeah.
They don't.
Oh, yeah, we have to have somebody there to,
What I'm saying on this
Every
map
day
here, should we as the committee, as we're here, just assign
Spot,
Like
like,
that,
a
yeah.
spot to someone now
Eats guy and.
Right.
and just try to, you know, fill it in like a, you know, like a monopoly board here, we'll just kind of.
Yeah.
So Randy, you said Bruiser Barbecue, you've accepted the contract?
well, they gave me their contract. I haven't received the check yet.
Okay.
But they did give me the contract. So their check, he messaged me to ask me if the check came in yet, and I said no.
And then we have the Mad Eats,
Mad Eats,
because I know they're doing something, what, next weekend? Or at the, oh geez,
well,
at the farm there, at the Maple in Granby.
Oh, that's who Heather's having?
Yes.
The Levantes?
Yes, you have Mad Eats and they have their menu
The
is out and stuff, so it'd be good to kind of like maybe try their food if you want.
Yeah.
But how many total do you have? Trucks do you have? Just that-
right now we have Bruiser, 2 for Dino's, the Mad Eats.
What about Wondering Waffles?
I have the email for her.
Yeah, I want to try that.
I'll email her again to make sure she gets it sent out.
Do you want me, the cannoli guy, did he?
No,
So Mad Eats, you have their contract also?
Give an email.
no, I sent them the wrong contract information. I messaged him earlier and told him I would send him a new one.
So total trucks we have signed and paid.
We only,
Because
well, we have
3 companies and the 2 are bringing 2 trucks.
Dino's is two paid.
Okay.
Then we have Bruiser's Barbecue with 1, which isn't paid yet.
Okay.
We have
Mad
Mad Eats.
Eats, which no contract or money yet.
Right.
They did write to us,
This-
they've been writing to us, trying to,
Yeah, I re-messaged him tonight. This is Mosier Concessions, which they're the ones with the gyro and chicken pitas. And he has tacos and nachos, but we don't really need this cheese steak, hot dogs, and hamburgers and stuff because we have that at another one. So we'll take the 2 trailers, which I'll message him back to have a check sent for these 2 trailers.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Tony Chorizo,
Mhm.
he sent us a message to, he wanted to become a vendor. He's he did the pizzas over at the.
Yeah, we talked right before you got here. We talked about that.
Okay, all right. And then just go.
Those were good, remember? Did you say that?
So they can download the contract online and,
No.
no,
No, they have to
There's
email me
no-
so I can send it to them, so we get
you have to send it.
so we can keep enough in track. Yeah,
Do you want me to email the any of the past food vendors?
yes.
Because we had no information as I missed last meeting, but we had no information on the price or anything.
So we got approved to charge the, to go up to the, 400 and the 500 for water hookup.
Okay.
They
They
approved
did
us for
approve
that.
it? Oh, yeah, we were waiting on the approval.
So-
My only problem with that was there were 2 contracts out that
Yep.
they, paid us.
So is that Dino's paid 400 for water? Sweet, do they owe us another 200?
Yeah.
So
He's getting water, yeah.
so I was talking to the guy from Mad Eats, and
Mhm.
that's remember I emailed you about the email
Yeah. I sent-
because because there's a couple different email
I sent
addresses.
him,
John.
yes, before I left, I sent him an email.
Okay.
On his iPhone, he replied back to me and, I told him, because he asked about electricity. So I told him
Okay.
I'd let him know tonight, which we're gonna have electricity.
Because he just emailed me Wednesday and said, I guess I'll just send in the amount that I think it is in Granby Town has all my paperwork.
Well,
for
I
this."
sent him the wrong, I sent him the vendor contract, not the food vendor contract.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send it to him when I get home tonight,
Okay.
or first thing in the morning. So, yeah, that was my fault. I sent him the wrong one.
Because if it's not filled up yet, I have the list that I can email and ask if they're
Yeah,
interested.
oh, and I have,
And the new price, give them the new price.
Yeah.
Right.
what was the other one you asked about?
So when I was at the town, when I was making these copies of sponsorship there, Kathy had said that Cindy's in the past had wanted to be involved in it, but
We
it was
had
never
Cindy's.
got sent back because they live Cindy's here. Cindy's they live in Ludlow.
Oh, you did tell me this. yeah.
Yes, but
Hungry
Cindy's had wanted
waffles.
to.
That's one, I gotta,
Do like a, because they have like a food truck type, don't they have an ice cream truck?
Not yet, they're
Oh, no, yeah, right? Thought they were
thinking
gonna,
about it.
yeah.
Then
Oh,
he
that-
hopes-
that would've
I don't
been
know if
cool.
he got one going over the.
Well, I'm not trying to get sidetracked, but is there like,
That was something he wanted.
I know we're all in the food
Yeah,
truck
that
right
would
now,
be
but is there anything else we need to get done, like, besides food trucks? 'Cause I feel like we're gonna spend about 2 hours on food trucks and nothing else to
Okay,
get done last meeting.
well, no, we have to email all the, bands,
Okay, so Dan's doing that, okay, so I can let Dan know. So what does Dan need to do?
all the bands. I'll send them a list of all of them, their emails. They have to all send us their contract. So we can sit at a meeting and agree on who we're taking, their availability for those 3 days, which days are available. We need 2 on Friday, 3 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. 1 or 2.
Did
So-
you get an email from Robbie Walsh? The local band. They played last year. He's texting me. I gave him the email address, but
So, nice shirt band,
What is, what's the name?
I know it's not, I'm trying to pull it up here.
So I know we want to move on, so just if we want to move on from the food trucks. I guess my question is, how many spots do we have for food trucks? So how many,
So the way that when I walked it out,
Yeah.
this was it's only written food vendors here,
yeah,
but I think it's this whole strip. So right now there's what I'm seeing on this map.
Yeah.
'Cause what it was made was 6. I think you could fit more. I also feel like you could maybe do something maybe here, maybe like over here, because if they come self-contained and they have a generator, obviously you don't want the generator like here.
Right,
You know, it would be here. So I feel like there's definitely more spots. And then I think we could possibly put one over on the other side if. or
So
do
on
they say
on
no
the
to that?
Saturday, I know they had a really good day on the other side on the Saturday during the truck.
Truck pulls.
It's all the same.
The truck pulls are Fridays.
Friday night.
Friday.
Friday night. But yes, I
Friday.
agree.
They had a problem with the vendor
Mhm.
who was there last time without, who was not paying or something, but everybody said that was a very good spot, a very
A highly sought after
highly
spot.
sought after spot. So,
Yeah.
Did we get that approved by the town?
Nope. They said no. I asked, they said no. I said, well, and they said maybe next year.
no to putting a truck over there?
Yeah.
A food vendor?
So then I guess we just stick with the 6, 7.
Yeah.
Why next year?
Be done.
They said maybe next year. That's all they
That's so
said.
weird.
Did they tell you why?
No, because it was a prime location. I said, obviously, somebody sneaks in there every year. So why shouldn't we be allowed to put somebody there in the prime location for the truck pulls? And they're like, well, nobody's supposed to be there. You already know somebody snuck in there.
Mm.
So,
Okay, well then, if it comes right down to it, then the police don't want, they don't want anybody in there. If that's the way it is, that's the way it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe go with 7 spots.
If they already said no, then
That's no.
and nobody's there.
Right.
We'll work on it for next year. We'll look to try to put somebody there next year.
and as far as the beer tent, it needs to be a different entity to operate.
Yeah, we would need to become a 503c or whatever it is. We need
Yeah.
to, and just with time and everything, it's probably gonna be.
Yeah, they said if we could find somebody else besides the Legion that's willing to pay us more for the spot, that's fine.
How much does the Legion pay?
Nothing.
Well, I'll probably have somebody then. If we,
All they have to do is be able to get the
Yep.
Liquor.
if we can do that, it works in our benefit. So that we're getting paid for that huge gigantic spot that's fenced in.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at this, it's just.
Or, well, okay, so now I understand that. I'm not, I agree. I'd like to get paid too, but if we do that, we're gonna shoot our relationship with those guys right in the foot. So that's,
Yeah, but we shoot it in the foot. They're giving us nothing.
Right.
Well, they
They're
shouldn't give
taking
us nothing. We should say that they need to.
Yeah,
We
well,
try them, but ask him.
get,
hey,
offer them the spot, why don't we?
give us.
Offer them the first dibs, but things have changed and we can't have a fair with when we don't make money, so we understand.
And they have a couple people at it who ran that in the past have asked me, and I told them I didn't have any answers for them, so I'll reach out to them and.
well, yeah, because I have.
I mean, come up with a price that we feel is,
Yeah.
that spot is worth, because that's makes
Yeah,
it
because
fair.
they keep emailing me so that we can have they want us to have our meetings over there and stuff, but
What did the Lions Club, just curious, bring to the table other than setting up their beer tent to us?
the Lions
So
Club,
what-
that's,
nothing.
it's just more of a community thing.
Community thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
Yeah.
That's right. It's just more of a.
Okay, okay.
But again, yeah, they can't expect to
Right.
I know.
get nothing.
So hard. It's such a hard thing. But we gotta just say, listen,
No, I mean, they're not.
we can't do this unless,
what I mean.
You know what I mean?
we
That's-
can't do the fair unless you,
Right.
everyone pays.
Again, that's
The sponsorship.
As I did in the past,
Yeah.
you need to take every.
I brought some in printed too, I know.
Okay, because I don't,
That's fine, I can do that.
because I have,
So the email that you got from the Legion, is it, was it Rob or who was the first name?
it says
Just the,
Granby Legion Lounge.
no, okay.
Yeah, right.
Good morning, Granby Legion would like to be considered to return for the beer tent for this year's charter days. Can you add us to the agenda for your next meeting so we can attend and discuss? So,
All right. Well then,
we'll add them to the agenda for our next meeting, which next month we're supposed to have a meeting every week.
Starting every
Yeah.
2 weeks or a week.
every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, every 2 weeks, yeah.
So,
Well, do we have, is there any way for us to like kind of come up with a price that we think that beer spot is?
How big, do you know how big the beer spot is?
It doesn't necessarily, it's this is, I don't think it's, size appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
It's fairly.
Well, I mean, it's got, the
Yeah.
price that they pay should cover like for the police and like
Yeah,
everything that is coming that the committee's
because
paying,
we have to
because
keep two police
Right.
officers there.
Correct.
there's a lot that we have to pay
So
for.
it's coming out of our
Do you
pocket.
know what the hourly rate is?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. What
It was on one of those,
Forget.
Crystal did put it out.
It was pricey.
I think it was
I cannot-
$60 an
I
hour.
cannot-
60 to 70.
It was
I think so.
It's actually, I think it's overtime.
Yeah, I believe
It
so.
was up there.
I think I can look into that for the next meeting, but they're gonna sit in on it, then it's too late, but I can look into all that and put a number together.
I mean, I think that's fair,
Yeah, and I can reach out and just tell them that they're on the next agenda, they'll be prepared that,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a fee, so if you guys are not interested, then.
yeah.
What would
What
be our
would it be
target
worth?
profit,
Right.
right? So we're,
Right.
John's gonna look into the cost,
But we need to make some money off
right?
that.
So what would be our target profit on top of the cost?
I feel like it's hard to tell, like, if we have no numbers from any past years, like, how do we?
We have no numbers on the alcohol that gets sold, except for the fact that they have to keep changing the kegs all the time.
There's a lot of people under there.
Yeah, I know there's numbers for, Crystal had told me in the past, there's numbers on all the parking,
This is all the,
stuff like
Like,
that.
the number of parking.
Do you have
A
a,
lot of money.
Can you,
but as far as the,
if he has
as
any
far as the
questions,
beer tent,
if he could
like I
just,
said, I think the Legion kind of was taking that under their umbrella and
Well, yeah,
these are the bins that we
I know
have
they were
out, list of
contacting, like,
people that are interested in.
Williams Distributing.
Yep.
Because they're the one who supplied the trailer,
Just double check.
and stuff like that.
Oh, here's
So,
another one.
I mean, it's just, I'm all for town.
So these are
town
the ones that
business
emailed
first
us
and
over
foremost, I
there,
get it, but,
Yeah,
but
they
it
just
kind of
need to
comes
send
down
us
to,
contract.
this is a business as well. And, business,
I
that's,
give these two.
that beer tent is, I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
questions,
moneymaker for this
email.
town.
Absolutely.
And the committee needs to take that back.
So either we, do a percentage or we don't, register, so if they're running a register, we should
Yeah.
have access to that register, at least what the numbers are. and
Yeah.
say
Absolutely.
And know for a fact of what's coming.
7% comes back to us, I don't know, something.
So, yeah, so it doesn't have to be big, but they have to also pitch in on the cost of the police.
Well, it could be one or the other, I guess, or both, I mean, it could do both, but
Okay, so we pay,
we can either just tell them a number for this year, or we can say
What
X
if-
percentage of your receipts. And then at least it gives us something, and we can readjust for next year and say,
Yeah.
we
What if-
didn't charge enough, or, that was a great.
that's, the hours are
Yeah, that's what I was just wondering, how long?
5 to 11 at 6. And then it's 13 hours, and then we have 7 hours. So 7, 13 is 26 hours.
Yeah, so 26 times.
So we have no
So do you have
idea.
anyone have, what the police were paid? Is there a?
I don't have it.
You don't
Yes.
have-
Yeah, 2 years ago, probably most likely.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
But I mean, whoever runs that, I mean, I don't know, I just feel whoever,
So
Whoever's running
26
that-
hours, 2 police.
4.
there's 4,
Oh, I
yes.
thought they only went.
Well, there's 4, but they were working on,
There's two,
Going
two patrolling.
yes.
Patrolling.
Yeah,
But we were trying to go down 1 and 1 for like during the day part. I think that,
And the chief wasn't buying it. He's like,
no,
But we only need to charge for the 2, right? Well, they're under the 10.
But I
Like, really give someone a price for the 10. Cause there's only.
Yeah, no, the 2, yeah. So if you figure though, if they're there,
Thanks.
Yeah.
there's nobody there in the tent, which I don't think they should be allowing children in the tent
no.
They
until
don't- they don't.
noon.
they don't allow them at all.
No,
Until noon on Saturday. That's what I was told at the select board meeting.
Okay.
really?
So, yeah, they do allow me. Who's drinking at 10 in the morning?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It's 5 o'clock.
Bloody Mary's.
So anyways,
My rule is
so do we
11,
know who
11 and
in
on.
the police department would know how they want to pick one? Yeah. Is it the chief or, yeah, well, it can.
I don't think.
I mean, they get,
We have to figure out what the price is. Then they're gonna be there, 28 hours because you have to add time to it. 28, 29 hours. So if you round it off to 30 hours on how much it's going to be.
So I did 52 hours at $60 an hour, and it can be more, it can be a little less, and that's $3,120. So
uh,
maybe we just propose to them that they got to cover the cost of their
Sure.
details because that's
Yeah.
their own. We wouldn't necessarily need that many here for the fair if we weren't having that beer tent. So that's
Yeah.
their liability, and on top of that, we'd like X amount for the spot. I
Right.
don't know why
no.
like 2,000 is like great. Just
yeah,
that
I'm
makes
right at
sense to me because-
2025, somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot of profitability, and I'm not saying I'm counting their money, but we need.
I
to
was
get
thinking
reimbursed. This is-
1,500
if
and
you
we
look
just
at
did the math for that now.
it,
Yeah.
It's like massive, and if the tent is
The
close to that,
tent-
I'm not saying it's.
Because I did, I didn't get an answer on it, but I did ask about putting food over near there. We have to talk to the chief to see if we can put food over near the beer tent.
Right.
So,
Right.
if he says yes, they're fine with us putting it over
So
there.
also us asking for a dollar amount for the Lion or the Legion, we would have to put that in front of the select board, correct? Because it's a dollar amount.
Well, no, because they told me we can get a different operation in there if we want, because
Perfect.
that's, so if they tell me I can go get somebody else to go in there and do it to get paid for it,
Perfect. Okay.
a percentage from them, say 25% from a different company, they're gonna have to give us something.
Right. So I mean, ultimately, that's a in our pocket if we don't
Yeah.
have to pay
Big
a
time,
police
right?
officer
Yeah.
for two officers for
Sure.
26 hours, so 52 total man hours. That's money in our pocket as well
Yeah.
as trying to get something.
I mean, that's
Right,
a
that's a
necessity
lot.
because we don't have, we don't have the
Right.
money.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
What about when you went to the select board, are we able to have beer at the car show?
That would have to be the same thing, a different entity
So that's a no-go.
operation.
I mean, it all depends if it's something that maybe one of us want to like kind of take on and become our own 503c and become charter days committee, but it's our own entity. We'd be able to use that. There are many different facets throughout the year.
But they-
So those certain things, but I just don't know time
They,
constraints.
yeah, because they said that still, because we're the Charter Day Committee, we're involved with the town, that still puts us at the town being liable.
Right.
That's what they explained to me.
Which I understand, but like I reached out to a few different entities, like the Hatfield Bonfire. That's a firefighters association.
Yeah.
Hatfield, they run it exactly. I've spoke with the fella, and he gave me exactly how they run it out. But that's what he does. He's his own entity, and
Yeah.
that's how he's able to pull it. He just gets his own insurance
Yeah,
policy.
it's the same thing that all the fire departments in New York do. They all,
It's a time-
one person
It's
does
a
it.
time thing. So if somebody wants to take it on and they feel like they can, then great. If not, I feel like it's definitely like a 26 kind of agenda thing. So
Yeah,
but it would be worth our time. Because
no,
this
most
seems-
definitely.
the beer tent seems to me to be like low hanging fruit for our.
What are you thinking of, the second year of the car show or?
No, they were gonna do a car show prior to the raising.
Yeah,
In May.
in May.
Just to raise money
for.
Separate,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
We're thinking classic
But
car
that's
show
different.
at Dufresne's.
Yeah, yeah.
See.
to raise money, and we're gonna cook and have beer there. Just because we're so low on funds, but without beer, it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just food.
Yeah, it's just food. I mean, I'm fine with that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but those guys aren't.
yeah.
So I would
I know,
just-
I know, I know.
So we can ask, I would just think that they're gonna give us the same parameters as the beer tent here, where everything's in the tent and another perimeter fence
Yeah.
around to keep, because obviously everybody's handing beers over the fence to kill
Oh,
children.
So, alright.
But we can just ask and.
But I think our ideas with this beer tent are I think we're heading in a good direction to help better the committee.
Yeah,
I
so,
think so too. That's a big thing.
I mean, I understand people are gonna be upset, but I mean, if we agreed at the beginning.
We're not
things
making
had to
any
change.
friends here.
I mean, everything.
Things have to change.
Didn't have it last year.
Right.
Yeah.
New kind of regime. Realistically, everything in the world is going up. It's almost like
And-
it's bound to.
Yes.
And then,
We're all
they
yeah.
never realized all these different things about the different, like, pricings that they're actually messing up on. Like they have the show contract where they're missing the fact that those concessions, they should be getting paid for.
Yes.
The being charging extra for electricity. I mean, the town, what? $75? Should be $175. I mean, electricity is, I mean, I know it's not that expensive, but it's not that cheap either when you go.
It's just my electric bill last
Realistically,
month.
half that meter was
No
also
kidding.
service charge. You have to go and maintain those outlets if they don't work. Like,
Yeah.
service charge.
So are you gonna kind of, or how are we gonna come together to like get a proposal for like the beer tent? They're gonna come to the next meeting and we're
I'll
gonna,
set up, I'll email, the Granby Legion,
Yeah.
and ask them to come to our next meeting.
yep. But are we gonna have like numbers or something like that ahead of time and who's responsible for that?
I can figure out.
Because we have to find out from
Yeah.
how much it's an hour for them to be at.
I'll just put like the facts on the table, like what it would cost us to.
This is what it's costing us for
Yeah.
you to be here. Here's what you're giving us, 0.
Mhm.
So it's costing us for you to be there. Why should we do it with you when we can bring somebody else and get
Losing
more?
money,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no matter how we shake it down, however we present it to them, if they just cover the cops, it's fun in their pocket.
Right.
Basically, that's the start.
No
that's a
kidding,
way
no
to the cost.
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then throw us a little bit extra because it's a huge spot. So you figure, how many food trucks can I fit there? 4. What do we charge a food truck? And
Right.
there's $1,000. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
So 4
Okay.
food trucks, that's
yeah.
$1,600.
So that's where I'm coming up, like that
Yeah.
$2,000 number. You know,
What's good about that too is it also lowers our liability if it's a rainy day.
Mm.
It's
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
We're not paying for cops to stand under an umbrella with no business in the beer tent.
right?
That's so
Very
true.
true.
And it's fine, and if the Legion, the
Okay.
Legion is kind of a, they're their own, they're not, not for profit, so maybe they won't be as gung ho for it, but that's fine, we bring an outside vendor who
I think they would understand.
And maybe-
wants to make money,
Right.
They might, I think they might.
And maybe get the ball rolling, not necessarily to get anybody else, but for
Yeah,
us to see if there's any dealers of who we could use, so that.
I have somebody that, yeah.
There you go.
Randy,
Yeah.
borrow a pen. Mine died. I think he's got a spare.
yeah, if you wanna reach out to the person you
Yeah.
know and
I can in the
Yeah,
meantime.
what they think, we don't have any numbers for them as to what
Yep.
the
See, that's the hard part. Like, I feel like, it's hard to say like, okay, well, I want like 7%. Well, what do they make? Like 5,000 and they make 15,000.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
It's a big difference.
Right.
So,
But-
yeah.
So next meeting, invite the league.
Yeah, I know I have to send out a vendor contract. Well, I just found out today for May Institute, which is a school for kids with autism and disabilities.
Mhm.
They just want to set up like a raffle table.
Okay.
So,
So as those come in, we got to start assigning.
spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not necessarily has to happen right now, but if you could get like a clear cut number of food vendors you have, a clear cut number of like the just a number, and
Yeah,
then
I'll
we can
go
start
over all the
assigning them, I
contracts.
guess, accordingly, and then
Yeah.
we can move them
Uh,
around if we feel
The
necessary.
food trucks too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I still wanted to meet you out there to measure that out
Mhm.
because I still don't.
I think I did 450 and then 250. So
It's
if like
250
the
wide.
bands are here, it's like 450, and then we have to keep that back corner open.
Yeah.
It's an emergency exit.
Mhm.
You can definitely pack them in there, but if we only have, right now we only have 4 committed.
5.
5.
Well, there's 5 spots committed.
But I don't think anybody's really reached out except for just a
Right.
post on
Once you
Facebook.
reach it, yeah, because
Yeah.
then we could fit.
5 committed so
email
far.
The
For
people.
food, that's
And then
what I
I-
wrote down.
Then I have another one who's committed. I just have to send him the contract. That Matt Eats, Matt Eats.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I had 2 for Dino.
Yeah,
We're not doing nutmeg. I had 1 for Bruiser Barbecue that makes 3, and then you said Matt Eats is for 2 trailers.
So that's 5 total.
That's 5.
no, it wasn't Matt Eats. The name of the company is Mosier's. Hart's Catering Concessions. It's Mosier Concessions. This is the name. I just have to wait for their check to come in, but they have it under the raised price.
So, okay, so let me go back to, before I get to Mosier. You were talking about Matt Eats.
Yeah,
With the
that they would-
25-foot
for-
trailer.
For 2 trailers. And they were gonna send contracted money. So did I get that wrong?
no, we had. Hold on, I have another. Okay, this is the one, Mosier is the one with the Greek food and the Mexican food. So we'll take two of their foods. That's the one right there, Mosier.
So two.
Yes.
You're saying, so,
Two trailers or
two
it's just,
trailers.
they're just offering
Trailer.
product?
Okay, cool.
Did you have?
Two trailers. Two trailers.
Two trailers for Mosier. We'll just let them know. I'll email them back that,
So that's contracting cash for two trailers that they're gonna be sending.
well, yeah, once I send them back, which ones we'll take.
But I do. kind of-
Did you say no to Hart Mosier?
No, one of Hart Mosier.
Okay, because yeah, this is from last year. Last time, they,
Hart Mosier has Greek food, Mexican food. And then I have that waffle one.
is Hart Mosier the, oh, that's the, egg roll. Hart Mosier's the egg roll place.
I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's right over on Elm Street. They have a trailer.
Then why are they saying Mexican food and Greek food?
The name, yeah.
Cause this is the thing for last year, their safe, their list, food list. Maybe said egg rolls.
So,
Yeah, egg rolls.
so what you're talking about is different than Mosier concessions? It's a different Mosier?
What do you have? Samuel Mosier? No.
Okay, so Mosier, that Mosier is different than this one. This one's Hart's Catering Concessions. That you're
That's in
talking-
Granby, yes.
Yes, okay,
They had sent in their stuff from last year, so we were gonna reach out to them.
all right. And then this one is,
They're the egg roll place, which this was their list for last year. So if you wanna rate egg rolls.
okay,
People love that. Food, I remember.
Yeah, they did, yep. And
okay.
I don't know if you wanna keep this for last year's, it's their allergen and all that, the serve safe. Everything is up to date.
This one is,
So I'm hearing everybody talk here. John said we have 6 spots. And I think we're bumping against 7.
Well, if you're counting 2 spots for that, that big trailer, or if there's a spot that we can kind of overflow that we wouldn't have normally put a spot.
because Bruce's
we can't-
Barbecue goes sideways also.
Okay, so I'm trying to get John a
Yeah,
number.
just need to know how many.
So if we're calling it 1 spot but charging for 2,
Okay, so this Mosier
Yeah.
one, we're charging 2 spots.
Okay,
Okay.
The Greek food and the Mexican. Hart is the
There's
egg
2 different
roll.
I
companies.
just missed it.
That's okay. Mosier, there's 2 Mosiers. One is Greek food and one is egg rolls.
and,
2
okay,
completely different
so 2
companies.
separate trucks.
Right, and
completely
that
separate.
one we're doing.
Wait a second.
And they're both Mosiers or
No,
something?
no.
No.
Okay.
So, okay, here, Greek food and Mexican food is Mosier. Mosier concession, Samuel Mosier.
Mhm.
And then Hart Mosier, which is
Right, the egg rolls.
the egg rolls. It's Hart's Catering Concessions.
Okay, so. And then Bruiser's Barbecue was 1 spot,
Yes,
right?
But-
And Matt Eats, was that 1 or 2?
Is there, that's where I'm asking,
I
is
thought
there,
that
is
was
there a
one.
place on that map that we can fit, like, because we can't add more per se because of the water issue?
Stick 'em on.
But if we stick them on the end, they'll still just have their 1 spigot. We can charge them more because they have a bigger truck, but
Right.
it's not gonna impede on any of our other spots.
No, like we can definitely fit more in here. I
Well-
guess my question was just where are we at? What do we have contracted and paid? Because that's really all that matters.
okay, we only have,
And then just to
Two
start
paid so
assigning
far.
them so that we know where to go.
Okay.
We can keep piling them either in, but it says for the town there's only 5 spots available
for water,
for water, but there's 12 total exclusive food trucks that we could bring in.
yes.
So we can hit 12. which is great, but there's only 5 for water. So when we contract these, we just need to make sure we're asking them, hey, do you need water? Because we don't want to contract 7 and only have
Yeah,
5.
well,
They get
Dino's
some-
already took 2 spots for water, which I don't see why he needs 2 spots. If he side by side, run a wire off your trailer to the other trailer and you got one
But when the
spot.
Board of Health comes and looks and
Yeah, but
says,
that, do it when the Board of Health's there. You do it after they're gone.
They're recording you right now, so just saying. I'm not disagreeing.
There's a flow back that they need on the trailer. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
As long as they have the flow back, why can't they
right,
why off?
right.
I mean,
So-
you go to any fair
Right,
anywhere in this country
yeah,
and they're wide off at the spigot. It's all over the
Right.
place.
right.
So to your point, John, earlier you said we had 6 spots
Right.
there, but
Uh-huh.
really.
Total, we
12.
can use 12.
Boys want
We gotta fit them in.
Yeah, we can't.
We only have 5 waters.
We only have
5
5 waters, and that's our, I believe, there's like this.
So the ones who are paid and have the contract, which ones need water?
Dino's. Dino's both need water.
Maybe we'll put that
I
in the.
think they water because it was, when I looked
Yeah.
at it quickly, it was the old contract at 400.
Yeah, they had the old contract.
So we have Dino.
So I guess we can put down, right? Is they're paid, they have a contract, and they need water.
Yeah,
I guess we can put them down.
I think, are they like the only ones that are paid with a contract?
yeah.
Right now.
So then
Bruisers did message me
Put them in.
yesterday
Yeah.
to find out if they got the check
That's
yet.
why it's
but-
getting all-
I've seen it. So as of right now, so as of right now, Dino's is the only one that is paid.
Yeah.
The only one,
Only one with contract, I'll go through what I wrote down.
contract and paid.
I'll go through what I wrote down and please correct me if I'm wrong. Dino, contract and paid,
Correct.
400 each instead of 500 each. Just,
Why is that?
He
Both
got a
con-
contract
both contract.
prior to RTA.
okay, and then, next, Bruiser Barbecue submitted a contract, checks in the mail.
Correct.
One trailer. Matt Eats will be sending for 2 trailers.
No, for one
One
trailer,
trailer,
For one trailer.
25 foot,
Thank you.
a 25-foot, that's gonna take up 2
2
spots.
spaces.
Charging them.
So we're gonna charge him more, yes,
Taking 2 spots.
but only a one counts for one of the food truck spots.
So that,
And he needs electricity.
yeah, so I'm not writing any of that. I'm just trying to get, so it's one trailer, but they're taking 2 spots. We're charging them for 2.
Right.
But that's not, that 2 spots is not gonna come off the total that we have there.
Right.
Okay,
That's why I put the 1.
Yeah.
all right,
Thank,
yeah.
thank you for that, but that's
okay.
a good clarification. And then I wrote no vendor for the truck pool, right? And then, Mosier Concessions, 2 trailers, contract and money pending.
No,
That's the Greek and the Mexican.
those are
Yes.
2 separate though.
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
2
Okay.
separate.
Yeah.
They're
2
two,
trailers.
yeah, 2 separate companies.
No,
Well, no,
no,
the Greek and the Mexican in one company, and
Yeah.
then Hart Concession is the egg rolls.
I think it's just getting confusing if we keep saying
I
Mosier.
know.
Yeah.
that's why, that's. my
Because-
next one-
Yeah.
My next one was Hart's Catering is, egg rolls,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
have not,
We have nothing there, but we're gonna reach out.
Yeah, I'll reach out.
So now-
and then-
If you wanna, I'll reach out.
You got it.
Yeah,
You got
just
it.
I'll send them the contract.
2,
Why?
I can,
5, 6, theoretically 7.
So
so the Greek and the Mexican, that's 2 trailers?
That's 2 trailers, yes, so it should be in charge for 2.
now,
Okay,
Matt Eats is gonna be charged double because of the size of his trailer.
no, we're on the topic of these trailers coming in. So once you get the contract in, is there? I can't remember what on
They
the
have-
contract does it give the details of their truck, their requirements and everything? And then once we get all of those, do you think if someone does the food truck side can just list out like this food truck requirements on us, so then we can figure out where to lay them
Yeah,
out?
right.
Because if we don't do that now, when the day of, they don't start rolling.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's project going?
So it would just be simple once the
Mark them
contract's
out, 'cause I know Bruiser's Barbecue, they always put that is the first one there.
Okay.
And they always have a huge line anyways, because they're the only barbecue.
Do you put anything in the land, like numbers? So, you know,
We
look
could,
at
well, I
that,
was
like,
thinking to go
I
out.
don't know,
and
'cause,
mark
you know,
Yeah,
a
mark
lot,
each
so
individual spot
Yeah.
for each
Yeah.
individual
And
one.
honestly, once you get the
Yeah.
first one in, you just kind of start, it's just kind of just flows. But just to know what each food truck is requiring, because we were just like, Moger. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
so anyways, if that's something we could do for ease of understand.
Yeah, because I know that they'd have like a fenced in area for Bruce's barbecue and all that.
Okay.
Um,
So right now we have 1 truck paid, 7 interest, and we obviously have the room for them. I think once we start creeping towards 12, we should be.
And I'm gonna email the food vendors, some of the food vendors that are on from the past.
Yeah.
Cause we haven't done that yet.
I'm
So-
gonna,
And I'll email the Hearts concession, the egg roll place,
yeah,
and I'll.
and the waffle
Like a
one.
waffle-
Yep,
Wondering
wonderful.
waffle.
Yeah, I actually know her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what about
Yeah.
the cannoli lady?
Okay, so John has just made a good comment on the tail end of it. So, organizing what spot number, we're gonna put spot numbers and then
Yeah.
we're gonna assign spot numbers. But I wanna know who's a gatekeeper in the front end, cause I believe in the very first meeting, it was
It
you.
was me,
Kim.
yeah.
And Randy, so it sounds like you're doing so I think I think more people working on it is great, but there's gotta be one gatekeeper.
Mhm.
Cause otherwise we're gonna be like.
All right, well, I'll
we
have
got-
to send you the, I'll have to send you the login for the Granby,
Or just forward me if you get a food vendor, email,
Oh,
just
okay.
forward it,
yeah, all
you
right.
know, just forward it over.
It's just because we could end up having 14 vendors and we accepted contracts and we're like, oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, you definitely.
Then there's like.
No, they only have little station.
Yeah.
Switch that.
And
So Kim, you're the gatekeeper.
I will take care of the food vendor stuff.
So I've got 7 theoretically.
And we have room for 12.
No, it's right here. You just cook hot dogs, right?
So,
And of that,
Just leave them
of the 7 theoretically, I think only 2 needed water, right?
Dino so far.
Yeah.
I would imagine they all probably would, no?
Well, Dino's is the only one that
Wait, don't they
paid
like?
the extra for the water.
Okay, so what's just so I know when they ask, what is the new prices?
If
do you
you want,
have
I
a-
can send you the contract,
Yes, that would be
because
helpful.
it's for,
It's
Yep.
400
and then 500 with water.
for the water.
If you send me the contract,
so
I'll-
And then we have to add in electricity as long as we're getting the generators.
Self-contained, 100 gallons on
Yeah.
board.
They have their own.
Those are nice. I just wrote on that
Yeah.
for the changes.
Okay.
I'm thinking like.
Yeah, if they go to
like,
festivals.
I need that, but I need that contract to like send to.
Oh,
an email,
I'm thinking like
send it.
that.
So I'll email you a copy of the contract. Do you have Word?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
So I'll send you a copy of the food contract.
Yep.
And then,
I'll remind you if you need. How are we with the sponsors? You said some had come in.
Yeah. he
One.
said- he
That's
said
it? Just one?
They meant
2.
2.
oh, two, double
Yeah.
C,
Some time I'm like, yeah, envelope.
That's it.
double C I know came in, and which is the other one? Oh, yeah, that's right, there was,
It was Jubenville. Jubenville was 100 and Cody Cattle is.
And then Mike's company, who still has given me a check, but that is my husband's company. Northeast paving there. in
Well, no,
Granby.
because we're gonna go start asking.
Start knocking on
Yeah.
doors for sure. Now,
Yeah,
does the
because I can't believe
Facebook?
how many we sent out.
Oh no, who does the Facebook?
So we do the
We-
Facebook.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw it posted just recently, like what, maybe a month ago, and I saw a ton of shares.
Yeah,
Just
that was us. We were
Keep
putting
hammering it, and I'll keep sharing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe pictures, if we have any pictures or anything we can
Yeah.
throw on there to just like get
Yeah.
a buzz.
Well, and also
That'll,
put it on Facebook now.
yeah,
Thank you,
Good.
Jubenville. Thank you.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Can we do
Yeah.
that? Okay, I didn't know if we could like call them out, like, you know, like.
100%.
Oh,
That's all
That's
I
what they
did.
want.
Yeah,
Okay, then I'll
Once they sponsor, they're on the-
blast them then, 'cause we-
So who?
who were they? Who were they? Jubenville, you said?
Yeah, Jubenville.
Jubinville and Double C Ranch.
Okay, yeah. I remember.
Jubenville Insurance.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a new one we sent out.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
Jubenville
good
Insurance, $100,
Okay.
and Cody Cattle Company, $300.
Okay, yeah, if we can call them out like that,
Absolutely.
that'll be great. That'll get others like, oh,
Yeah, we'll get the
If
buzz.
the rest of you bums in the killing step, let's go.
yeah.
Maybe don't go with that, but you know.
Yeah, I can't believe
I
that.
almost sent one to your farm, Deer Creek.
We should have.
I was just gonna do
You
it.
should have.
Hey, look, I got the next one right here.
Hey,
Company, like,
Yeah, absolutely. Give it to my wife. Be like,
yeah.
"Play it out."
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. See, Powder Papers gave us 500. I don't know. What do you got?
Oh, they,
Yeah.
wait, did they?
No,
Oh,
no.
that's my husband's competitor. I'm like, hey, you gotta.
That's what I'm saying. Just call his bluff. Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Northeast paving.
Yeah, all those guys, right?
Northeast paving, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We sent out a ton of them, and
Everybody in town.
pretty much, and then beyond town. And then we have
Yeah, we did,
we
like-
printed out a bunch, so we were kind of waiting to see, give it like some time to see what sponsors came back, and then we're gonna follow up with.
And
you
then
know,
I
calls,
hand delivered
go
some.
down. Yep, and then we're gonna hand deliver and just kind of like go around, beyond Granby, because it's just Granby just gets beat up so much for.
Oh yeah, all three businesses.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So that's something we can look forward to for next meeting. Hopefully we have a lot to say about our sponsors, right?
Hope so.
I know.
As it gets
We'll have
closer
some
to people.
signs out there in the field.
I had written down on my notes that for this next meeting, we were gonna talk about fireworks.
Yes.
Okay, where are we at with that?
We just have to get prices on them.
Are we even gonna have any money for the fireworks?
Well, Louis, somebody said we gotta do the tractor pull because that's a big draw,
The truck pull, yeah,
truck pull. But the fireworks
is a
Saturday
bigger one.
is a bigger one.
But where do we make the money off these big events, like the tractor pull? Like, what do we make off?
Well, okay, so I was curious about that, Kim. And
Okay.
parking on June 10th. This is deposit slip of cash, $17,500
From parking?
for parking on June 10th. June 9th, which I assume is a Friday.
Yep.
Which would
$4,000.
which would have been around 8,000 for the truck pulls if they charged more for the parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just,
Right, we're just
Yeah.
going off a lot.
Yeah.
It's just.
And then
there's-
and then there was another, I don't know why, but June 10th, another 700. And then another 395 on June 11th, which I assume is a Sunday. So the moneymaker is the Saturday.
Saturday, because it's
Oh, yeah.
earlier, it's because you got the fishing derby, the police's pancake breakfast, and then you have the fall fair thing.
People come for the whole thing. They
Yeah.
come for the rides.
I was talking to a family in Granby.
And then they come for the fireworks.
Yeah, I was talking to a family in Granby who said they only come for the fireworks. Like, you guys gotta have the fireworks because we just go to that with our kids.
No, we have to up the police officers that evening, correct?
Correct.
Some details and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Interesting to know is, I see that brings a lot of money in the parking, but what is the actual cost for the committee? for,
That's what I'm trying to get at. Like,
I feel like that could tally it fairly quick, especially if there's like 6+ out on the road. I'm not saying, I think it's definitely our biggest draw and we should do it. I'm just saying, like, wonder what the actual.
Me too.
So I asked town treasurer for like, was there bookkeeping on it? And he, I asked about maybe talking to the past treasurer. He said probably won't get too far on detail on that. So I'm gonna have excellent detail for the next one. Cause
Yeah.
I'm copying Martin on everything.
Yeah.
So it's just a check ledger. Money in, what was it?
Yeah.
Money out, what was it?
And my understanding is that keeping the gate for the tractor pulls on that side was not very efficient.
What do you mean?
Just that it was not really recorded well.
Well, one of the girl that was
The
here,
other-
one of those night.
The other side,
Yeah.
the main part, because they were letting people in from that gate that is generally closed
Yes,
to come in and park.
so
They were
Front
having,
row seats
right, they were having,
is,
they said.
so you're gonna have to have
That's what I
somebody
was
over.
told.
we over having it blocked.
Early.
And one of the women that were here a couple weeks ago
Oh,
said,
yeah, that's just it, just.
$25 a truck if you want.
she said it got so tiring, so many people were coming out.
Right, that's what I mean.
Up down the road that we started not charging.
Well, correct. that
She
they were-
actually said, I was,
But that was
Correct.
at the main gate, the back gate. Yeah. So
I can't.
Talking about
believe
Taylor,
it. Like, everyone.
Taylor
does that.
Street gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were letting people
Oh
in
my
without
God.
collecting money
Yeah,
because
they
they were just trying to get them off
Just-
the road.
Yeah, because the cops are coming
like
down
you were
on them,
saying,
like, get off
That's the prime area that they're coming in to watch the truck pulls
Right.
or tractor pulls. We need to keep good records of that and we need
We
to
need to
To
keep,
have like more people over.
yeah, we need to have those,
staff that way. Right, and make sure, you know, make sure, and those people should pay a premium, because like you said, they're
25 bucks a truck.
pulling right
Pick
up.
and sit there
You
and
know,
watch
they get
it.
to sit on the
Oh,
tailgate,
yeah.
and, you know,
They got their cooler in the back, they're drinking their beer.
right, it's not supposed to be, but
No.
Yeah.
on record, they're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, but we have to make sure we
That
get
could
the money
limit that
from
busyness as well.
Exactly.
It's easier for us.
blocks us.
Is if
Yeah.
we put a premium to it and we'll benefit.
Yeah. And then we have
And
to
that's
get,
on Friday, the truck pulls?
yes,
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
and then fireworks.
So-
And what's our budget for fireworks?
Okay, so we talked about this another meeting. It was always $6,000.
Yeah.
And there was an anniversary year. One person donated $3,000, which upped it to $9,000. There'll be a bigger display. And, you know, last Charter Day event we did, we drained 10 grand out of the account. So as of today, there's $13,560 and 85 cents.
But we would generally do a $6,000
Yeah.
display
Yeah,
versus
which
a
is
nine,
Yeah, I think,
you know. I
That's
think-
what
So we
should be, yeah.
have this enough 6,000
To
for
do
that?
the basic display.
yeah, but that, you said we have enough of that, so if you're gonna afford that, you're not gonna afford something
Well,
else.
that's why I'm asking.
So we have to,
We still have to get the stage, the lighting, the sound system.
But I think we should make the call that we're gonna go with the minimal,
Yeah.
yes,
the
Yes.
minimal effects for this year, so that we can do our budget. And if it works, that we
Make money, then
Next
make
year-
it next year, right.
we go 7,000.
Now, do you think
Right.
it's appropriate to attach a sponsorship to fireworks? Sponsored by somebody?
Well, we can always do that. I mean,
I don't know, it might be a little late for that, but that could help us cover some of the
Yeah.
cost. Because if you, one business name to the firework display, I
uh,
mean, that's
Oh, I
what people
should ask
sponsor,
my
they
husband.
want clout, they
I
want.
actually like
activity, so
somebody
is
to
that
do
something
that.
that would be
Can reach out to the Phantom.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna ask somebody that.
Actually, yeah, she's got
I'm
a
gonna
good,
ask.
she has a good company, her husband's company.
Yeah,
And they do it every year,
Okay.
or, but,
and they like to
So
put
they-
their northeast paving and they like to put their bulldozers set up and all that.
they like to do.
They do, we let them do that. I'll ask them.
Okay, but yeah, that's a great idea.
can they fully pave the road coming in off of Taylor Street?
I think they take more roads in
Yeah.
town, right?
You never know, I mean, they,
Yeah.
I love them, they're like, hey, you paid for fireworks.
Anytime you got extra asphalt, put it there.
well, he
Now-
said,
I put
No, you have to
my
start
driveway a couple
getting-
times like.
What do they call them, the FRPs or whatever,
the
Yeah.
what?
right, you have to go out to bid for these things, you have
Yes.
to,
Yeah.
that's a time, that's a time,
Okay, but-
so I'm not sure how much time we have, but that might be something we probably should get on, like,
Yeah,
It says, Mitch is in contact with Andy for an RFP or bid. The RFP, sorry. This was, the thing that Crystal gave us, so this is old. Does anybody know who Micheline Turkine?
So I'm gonna try to do before the next meeting, it's just, now that we have some figures for our vendors and how many there are and who we're double charging because they're bigger trailers and ballpark, I won't bring in the beer tent thing, but.
See how much money we're gonna make.
Yeah, like
Yep,
how much we're starting with, you know, and then
Yeah.
what are we expecting to bring in? What are we expecting to spend? And it's like,
yeah, because we have-
it doesn't line up, so.
yeah, well, I mean, but you know, Finelli's gonna pay $9,000 or whatever it is. So,
so we have to call the porta potty, the tent guy, the sound guy, the golf cart.
before we move on from any of that, like, where the fireworks, like, what should we do? Should we start calling around, should we maybe talk to Crystal and find out who's the contractor that she used and?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah.
I think
should have that.
it's on there somewhere. Did see it.
or how about we just buy them ourselves and ship them off ourselves?
Well, I also,
Don't say that my husband will be out there doing that. He likes doing
I
that.
already said that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
that's like she was saying something about the train that the guy drives around.
For Maine, yeah.
Yeah, but she allowed them to they allowed him to do the train and whatever
Oh, the
money he
train.
collected, he kept. And plus he put in a bounce and he kept that money.
I
Well,
remember that
For the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you can have one of those trains at $1,200. and
Yeah, I
collect
see
the
what you
money,
mean. Yeah.
put the kids on and have somebody just drive it around. I mean,
Damn.
Yeah, I think the day the free ride are over.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Lincoln at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody-
And even if you were to
We don't-
rent a couple
We don't need
boxes,
free rides. So
Right.
you still make the money back with the kids going on at $5 a pop.
So can I ask everybody,
That's what I'm looking for, yeah.
for me to put together this mock, not, it's not a budget, but just kind of a feeler for income and revenue, revenue and spending. I would like to, I'm gonna probably forget some costs, so should I send a text to the group or send an email? You know, the porta potties, the cops, the testing of the well,
Probably send
I
a,
like the text. I don't know. I see all the texts from you guys.
oh, I can't stand the text. I don't.
Drives me crazy.
My phone going
My email,
crazy and.
Look at
well,
it.
you can silence it. That's what
Yeah.
that's what I do.
Me
Yeah,
too.
but
But then I read it after, like once it's done, it like goes.
text from other people.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden I get my whole phone blown up and then half of the numbers I don't even have whose number they are.
I guess the email is good, but then it's hard for us to like each talk after, like in the same. You know what I mean? Thing.
Get buried.
All right.
Are you looking for the?
Then it gets.
It doesn't matter really.
I don't see anything. The only person I have is this.
Yeah, but I just.
I can feel your
Yeah,
phone
was-
text. Yeah, yeah.
No, I.
Initially,
That's
uh,
I might do both.
TURGEON.
Yeah, it doesn't think.
Just think it'd be good that.
Well, tomorrow,
You know?
It's just the last one.
you know, because tomorrow I have to swing by the town hall,
Oh, yeah,
see if there's anything there as far as checks or
Cash that
anything.
came in from the park.
Yeah.
That's a good number.
Right.
The 10 AM appointment, so I go get that.
It's here.
So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
we're really.
We just really need to
Friday
get
night.
a number or, an idea of what we're gonna do with that.
Like what's
Fireworks.
the budget?
Well, yeah, or just to reach out to them and talk to the
See what
town.
kind of
and see-
proposals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send like a message now, but.
Let's see. I guess we can all. So the Michelin Turkey guy. So,
Mhm.
I'll give him a call. I don't mind. Don't mind talking to him at all. Just maybe get a feel for like
Mhm.
what's a basic package, a mid package. Obviously, we're not gonna go deluxe. We ain't got deluxe money.
Yeah.
But and hey, like what can we get for 6th grade? Because I'm not doing the whole like I'm gonna go pick out fireworks. I ain't got time for all that shit.
Right.
None of us do. So
Yeah.
hey, listen, what can you put together for 6 grand? Okay, if we had 8 grand, what can you give us?
Mhm.
And then
And it
You
just
know, that
kind of
way
comes
if-
down to like.
that way, if your husband's willing to pony him some money for Northeast paving, then
I'm sending them right
yeah,
now.
awesome. Like, listen, babe, we're gonna need about 10 grand. That's
I like that.
7 for me, 3 for the committee. Mom needs some.
Somewhere we should, but we actually, as we canceled them last year, we were already in a contract with them for last year's charter days. So there should be something already out there for, with a
With all the.
with a fireworks vendor.
Do we know who that vendor is?
Crystal would know, like.
So do you want to find out from Crystal?
Yep.
The-
Yeah, because the
okay.
emails, she sent me an email list and because it was so wide, it was on a separate page.
Yeah.
So trying to line them all up and match them all up, it's,
Could you send me that email?
yeah, I'll send it to you.
I don't even know if we had given them a deposit for last year's.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to check on it.
I'm guessing my money.
I know she had told me it was a 2 or 3 year contract we
Oh,
had
good to know.
with them.
Well, Finelli.
Well, I know Finelli
Finelli
Amusements
was
is a 3 year, and their contract, because they didn't have them last
Correct, I
year.
could be mixing up,
Yeah.
but it was also, I believe, with the fireworks.
Okay, so he's gonna find out, you're gonna be in charge of the fireworks?
Yep.
Okay,
All right, and I'll send you the email.
Please.
and
I'll make a phone call too about fireworks, because I know a guy in Connecticut who does them commercially. So I'll call him and find out what the price is like.
And-
Because,
the trash, for the trash, do we know, I know we talked about this before, but I didn't write it down. How much bins or what do we need?
12 trash cans,
Okay, 12 trash cans.
12 porta potties, 2 porta potties and 2 trash cans get moved for the truck pull and then put back.
Do we have, what the hell is that called? Dumpster?
Yes, it's
So-
a dumpster.
One,
Yes, 1 dumpster.
what size?
20 right on it.
Yeah,
Was it
30 yard,
30 yard?
30 yard.
30 yard dumpster. And so that's it for the trash and
And
the
you can
one,
also, if you're calling, I mean, if you're, a low, like, they have different heights on the sides, so
Yep.
low side. so
Low
it's not
side?
So then you can throw the trash in
Yeah.
without having to just
Okay.
go through the door.
Yeah, we have
We got a-
somebody who's
We got a
offered
front end
to
loader.
put,
oh,
something
yeah.
at the town, right?
That we do.
And Mike made a couple calls for the porta potty.
I got in trouble for that at my house
He's
once.
working on that.
Okay,
They
so.
brought me the big 30-yard.
Whoever they.
And they
use
said
are
it's
the
only supposed to be
porta
6,000
potty.
pounds.
Discovery.
It's like, well, how much was it? They said it was 18,000 pounds you're supposed to in there.
Oh.
I was like, what?
You got 3 cars in there.
Well, no, I was using a backhoe and just packing it in there. Did the same thing with one of the ones they pick up with the truck, and it tilted the truck on its wheels.
I'm just going through the list of this thing
Yeah.
that she gave us for what so in January they did the porta potties.
Yep.
They rented the tent. So tent guy, do we have tents that we need to rent for anything?
Yeah, the tent, the big tent. What is that? That's what, 20 by 40?
What's this for?
Oh, is that for
That's-
the, in front of the stage?
Yeah.
Where people eat
Basically,
under?
beer,
Oh,
And the
did
beer.
the beer people use it too?
No,
Yeah.
No,
they don't use that part of the tent. They
They
have,
can't get to it because it's all fenced off.
Yeah.
they have a separate part of the tent.
Yeah, there is a fence there.
right, but we supply,
The big tent, yes.
we supply the tent, even though the beer,
No, the
Yeah.
beer, that's a tent of they have to put that tent over the top of the beer.
that's their own,
Oh, I'm
They
pretty
get the
sure.
tent?
that whole
Yeah, it's
area.
their operation, right?
Yeah, we're not responsible for their tents.
I'm not saying, but
Yeah.
I'm saying in the past.
I don't know.
Yeah, who knows, because there is a
So
tent
there,
with the beer.
it says right here on this
Yeah.
little sheet, there's 2 separate
Two.
squares.
So where people eat, yeah.
So we need to secure a tent for that area. We need to secure the porta potties. That was in January, which I guess is
So
okay.
did,
We need to secure the sound guy
You gotta call it.
in January. Is that secured?
I have
But I didn't know exactly how many.
somebody
okay.
just emailed me about the sound.
But so you have somebody, you just haven't secured him yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll email him.
And then there's like, it's written here. It says golf cart guy. So
So we have to rent golf
that's what
carts.
I have one. I have some things I bring to maybe cut the cost of that.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
No, my neighbor's got one. He runs a Boy Scout thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually.
So
I mean, I could reach out to a golf cart company, see if they would donate.
Yeah, it's like four golf carts.
Usually they have 4, yeah, they have 4, and there's 4, even like,
for the dumpster or for the trash and the porta potties, I'll get 2 estimates for each, and then we'll bring them to the next meeting.
Yes. Oh, that's what I was looking at trying.
So then we'll go down into March. It says liquor license has to be in the latest at this point because it needs 60 days. So maybe that's why the Legion's reaching out heavily now.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to
Right.
get their ducks in a row.
So-
So
so
this is something that probably's got to happen.
How about we have the meeting on the 13th? That gives us more than 60 days and we can turn around and,
You want more than 60 with the sound, trust me.
oh, okay, so.
Yeah, because
How about we just do it the 6th, next Thursday, we have another meeting.
Okay.
We invite them here next Thursday
Yeah.
and have them sit down with us so we can go over
Mhm.
our plans and what we expect and,
The sixth.
Yeah, because if it doesn't go well, then
yeah.
Yeah,
it gives me time to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna reach out anyways and just talk.
I won't be able to be here, but that's okay.
Thursday.
That's pretty much, that meeting would just pretty much be for the beer, right?
Yeah, the beer and the beer tent and stuff like that.
Thursday, March 6th.
Yeah,
So-
so like a shorter meeting, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Putting it in my phone so I don't forget.
And then if there's anything anybody else wants to discuss,
yeah.
if I have any checks, I'll drop them off
Yeah.
or call you, whatever.
Yeah. I'm retired, so.
So for just
Just
I'm
three
off,
miles, like
I'm
3 miles
off for a
from my
while, so.
So we got the porta potties and the trash is going to be taken care of by.
Yep, I'll get 2 estimates. for
Me and
each.
Kim, I'll
Okay,
help over with it.
I can reach out to a tent fella and the golf carts, and then you're going to do the sound.
Yes.
Get that secured.
Mhm.
Okay. And that will give us a better idea for money wise on what that's going to cost, as well as the
I also have,
trash.
Yep.
I feel like the trash we might be able to get donated maybe a little.
That's what I'm working on right
I feel
now.
like those people are
Yeah.
kind of like
but I also have, the radio stations
which are expensive.
out of Springfield bugging me.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
they want your shit for
That's
free.
that's an expense, though, if they were willing to.
If they want to donate some
Yeah.
time for free, that's
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. Or sometimes they really like to do like an on-site setup.
Well, they're,
They'll give you things in that sense because they're advertising for you while they're there, but they're also talking on the radio.
yeah, plus they're there for a weekend, so they're advertising the whole
Yeah,
weekend.
get like Rock 102 there or
Yeah,
something.
well,
you know?
that's who it is.
Yes.
So
Well, I dealt with them before. They went cha-ching,
Yeah.
cha-ching, cha-ching.
We're not paying you to be here. You can come and hang out, but you're not getting paid.
This is the food, and then in March it says food documentations with the victualler's license and Board of Health.
When is that? By March?
That's in March, the month of March. That
Okay,
they
I-
have this written down. So,
Okay.
I mean,
I'll work on that. Well, we got
yeah,
time.
I think so.
They're
And
pretty,
then-
they're pretty
What is
good.
that? And we get all the vendors?
The food vendors,
vote
yeah,
for
they
the
need all
hot
their,
dogs to get
they
paid
know
for.
exactly what they need,
Okay.
yeah, and they know what
Okay.
they need to.
The tractor pull and the truck pull check-in.
I'm waiting on the email, Crystal, the president of the tractor pull organization. And he was supposed to email me. He's never emailed me yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I have another number I can call to check in with somebody else.
Okay. And then the GPD pancake breakfast check-in.
That's Granby Police Department, yeah.
Right.
That's
So
a check
that's still
with them.
happening.
There's still,
Let's check with it.
Gotcha. Okay. So I think maybe when they were just.
And then that's the other thing about why they buy the fish has to go into
we're not gonna do the thing.
the fish derby.
Yeah, we'll do another day. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, what they told me was the reason they have the fish derby is to bring people in, which I'm sorry, putting the fish in June, like they said, is just going to kill them. So why would we want to do that?
It's just one of those.
Somebody told me that somebody told me in town that the carnival people take the fish and they grill them and eat them.
Oh,
Yes.
probably.
They said because the
I'm like,
derby, there's
stop
no
it. They're
fish
like,
left.
this is a good source. They live right behind Dufresne. And they're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I actually heard that from somebody else
And I'm
too.
like, come on.
Oh, I
It's,
believe it.
it's not the 5 old guys out there with the whole string of traffic. Same dudes are out there all. As soon as this truck comes, those guys are out there just nailing them.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's true
Yeah.
to that then. Okay.
All right,
But
so
I
no,
laughed
so
hard
no
for the
fishing
whole-
derby this year?
So what I was trying to do is reach out to either our Chickadee Sportsman Club or the
They won't. They don't want to allow us to have it somewhere else, off premises.
to benefit the fair.
It has to be on the park grounds,
Mm.
so that way it brings the kids in during the pancake breakfast,
Mm.
which would put the fish in jeopardy of dying because it's June and they're supposed to be in April.
We didn't even do it on like the cars.
No, it's the $600 we pay for the
I
fish.
know, I know.
That's the
Same
Yeah.
thing, right?
If we had it on,
We couldn't
but
even do
yeah.
the car show day where the.
I think those people are still gonna
Right, 'cause
come.
it's still-
yeah.
The ones that come to the fishing derby,
there's
some anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
No free fish this year.
So who's the contact with the police department that we use for? Because it just says check-in, so I think it's just like, oh, let them know like what's going on. What do you guys?
Officer Gilly's probably a good guy to talk to. If he doesn't know, he'll probably be able to push in the right direction.
Yeah, because we still have to get the price on that too.
Right. So I can reach out to Officer Gilly, and then it says the next thing is check in with Chris for the oxen polls, the Austin. I can reach out to them. I know them pretty well. So,
All right, yeah, because oxen pull, but
and then it says the last one, if we're gonna just go over the Boy Scouts for the fishing derby, is the signs need to be redated.
Before we go to the signs, still on the oxen stuff or whatever, wasn't there, were we talking about having, in that ring?
a corralling thing.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about doing like a cattle Saturday.
Yes.
It would only be able to be on Sunday. So
Which is good though, because Sunday is a slow day, so that could,
We definitely could.
Yeah.
So I reached out to the people that run it, and it's an expense.
Mm,
So it's like
Mhm.
$1,500
mm.
for them. So
Okay.
I can see if I can find another a little cheaper, but that's not where we're gonna. I think it's be an awesome draw. I think it's a great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool, right.
This year's the year for it.
yeah,
Um,
okay,
but that would be really cool.
okay.
Because so Saturday wouldn't work because I talked to Crystal and she said, for first thing in the morning you have to go and put up all the fencing,
Yeah.
so no one can go over there for the fireworks. So like that whole area is off limits. So that would be Sunday, or Friday night, and Friday night with the poles that wouldn't work with the cows, and then so Sunday,
Right.
which would be cool along with the anti-stack. That would be a really cool thing going on right there.
That is cool.
So I can reach out to them if they're interested in doing it for next to nothing and just working with us this year. But I think it would be a draw.
Yeah, so
Somebody
if they're
told me
willing to
to
work
do
with us
a-
this year, and then, next year, we can kind of like.
There's a lot of people that go to these events from this area.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing with the animals is, it's, the pet guy's lost his license or whatnot, so do we have any,
Oh, yeah.
has anybody filled those
I've been
spots?
kind of talking around to people. They're really, really hard to find, to be honest.
I know,
They are.
People that are willing to stay.
That's the thing, yeah.
I've asked around too.
yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of just, it's hard. We don't have the barn set up like most fairgrounds. So,
yeah,
water, hay, store, it's just tough, yeah.
it is, no, definitely.
I'm gonna be
Well,
able to
and
break-
people had to volunteer within the charter committee, charter day to watch them,
Yeah, I know.
Cause I,
Crazy.
my wife and I live across the street, we go for a walk, we're hearing sheep,
Come on.
and there were llamas and sheep running around. They got out,
Oh my
I forget her
gosh.
name.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's there with a 5 gallon pail and throwing grain.
So that's kind of, I mean, I know it's like a pain and whatnot, but that's kind of like Granby is, like right to farm, or
Well, some-
like maybe if we can kind of fill in, like if we're not doing like farm animals or something in that spot, like.
Someone told me they
Something
did
that-
horse shows there back in the day. They'd have like a horse.
Yeah, they have horse shows in that ring.
They used to.
They used
I mean,
to.
Lila had a couple shows there, but they used to do it during charter days. This is probably back. This is way before we lived here.
But like something to kind of fill in like for like the farm aspect.
Yeah, can we have somebody reach out on it?
That was 3Cs.
I also thought that,
Yeah, 3Cs asked about it.
I bring my tractor, I got a hay wagon, I got a hay
Well,
wagon.
yeah.
Rides.
With 3Cs, like to bring a few head of cattle and put them in the horse corral.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's do it.
Just,
Just the, I mean,
not a pet
kids
zoo,
love
just
that.
like,
Kids like that.
they
They
just,
Yeah.
just look
Yeah, but
look
get
over.
permission to use that, horse corral.
I asked Crystal if it was part of the fairgrounds or the park, and she said, yeah, because I was talking to her about doing the cows.
So then, we could probably.
I mean, I'm just not sure they'd bring them. Those things are.
Oh, they have longhorns, right?
well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what about, oh, yeah, they're up by my house, so I mean, those things, yeah, Cody's there.
It'd be cool to be them.
That would be cool. Yeah, they like show things, those, they're in,
yeah.
Vassar Street there. You know the ones I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They could, yeah,
Yeah, it's not.
they're like show,
Yeah, Texas longhorn.
There's
That's the
there's
ones, yeah.
yeah,
Like,
like a donkey or mule sanctuary in town.
Correct.
Yeah.
where?
Hope it's still open.
Oh, you know,
Really?
because my wife and I were looking for one, and she's like, "Oh my God, there's one in Granby right
There
down the
is?
road." So if they're still around, maybe we could reach out to them because donkeys are.
Who doesn't like donkeys?
Yeah.
There's nothing in this town.
My older brother sounds like one when he laughs.
Never knew
My
that.
nephew thinks it's hysterical.
It's on the same.
That is pretty funny.
All right, so I think we all kind of have like our assignments here.
Not that.
yeah, I got a list.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm running it.
I think we're good until we're gonna meet up again next Thursday, right?
Yes, specifically just for the beer pen,
All right.
talk with the,
Agent.
Yeah, I'll
Agent.
talk to the
That's all.
DJ.
husband still
lives in the house?
Got
so
it.
what was this lady person?
I'll find out.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank God I brought, I know.
So if anybody gets any quotes for costs, just send them to me,
Absolutely.
text or email.
Okay,
And
what's
if I
your
get
text?
any checks, I'll
It's
message.
in that group,
Is it what? What's your name?
Steve.
Steve. Okay.
Steve the money guy.
Steve, oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Okay, Carol Knowles, you know who that is?
Harold.
Yeah, she sent a message, about, this was before about posting, so I don't know like how that works. She said, hi, just letting you know the meeting needs to be put up on the town calendar. Who does
Yeah.
that? Is that you?
Who's the secretary, I think, and she
That was Mia.
Secretary would just call her.
Amanda
to-
quit?
quit being the secretary, yes.
Oh,
So we don't have a secretary?
Yes. No secretary.
Okay,
all
So
right.
now we have to find a new
Heritage
secretary.
Charter Day.
so how do we go about putting that up on the town
So
calendar?
if you inform.
When I stop by tomorrow, I'll give it to, I'll
Kathy,
tell
yeah.
Kathy.
Okay, all right, so you'll do that for the March 6th? Okay, all right, good. I didn't know if I had a,
Yeah,
not, all right. Oh, so Amanda quit?
We'll reach out to Kathy tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm stopping by the town hall tomorrow.
Friday.
Yeah, they're open now till noon.
To noon, yeah, give me early.
I have a 10 o'clock appointment in Chicopee, and on my way back, I'll swing by there and see her. And then I'll stop by the Legion and see what I need to talk to there to have somebody come here.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, that's the one that keeps bugging me.
Steve?
He's sending me from his own email address stuff.
So Randy, when you get in the mail, when I make a deposit, I leave it in the treasurer's mail slot.
Okay,
And then he deposits it, he signs the slip I give him. So we might have a slip. And they'll always double number it like 15 dash something.
Yeah.
So,
so I'll just hold on to it till I see you
Yeah.
or talk to you if I have a check or something that comes in.
Yeah.
that's great.
So Matt eats, for the size of their trailer, 25 feet. I mean, that's huge.
Right.
You can park one in the cabin and whack it for some extra money.
And when do we expect payment from Finelli?
Finelli March, May 8th, I think it is. Yes, pay us by May 8th.
So he didn't pay last year.
No,
When should the car show? Like, I was gonna make a flyer, right? And
Well, we gotta hold on next. We don't have any
Right.
beer.
we don't need beer, and then I was gonna thinking of how I had a rain date, but then like, no, we probably can't have a rain date because it's hard to rent Duke rain, I guess. That's what Kathy Leonard told me. It's like,
yeah, I have to get those, still have to get the permit paper in because I have to do everything in
yeah,
my name.
so I just put that on hold for now. Like, oh, I just throwing it out there because that's coming.
I'm kind of feeling like the car show is not really gonna be a successful thing without the beer.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna pull a draw, like. It was just to make more money for like fireworks and extra things, but it's not.
People like the beer. I mean, you can always do it in the morning and do like coffee and cars.
So, something, I want to ask you something.
But
You had to
it's not
ask
as good as
permission
beer.
to sell water.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
first meeting I had this suggestion, and maybe it's my wife, selling the light sticks, you know, so I researched it.
Yeah.
You know, the bands.
Wristbands,
You know, the wristbands, they're like 10 cents a piece. You could sell 4 for $1. And then
Right.
the light sticks, you can get them like $1 a piece, some for 3. So we have to ask for permission for that too?
I guess we have to ask permission for everything we do.
I imagine.
Well,
I mean,
Probably.
well, that's kind of like that's kind of like maybe say like a vendor per se. So
I don't know.
Right.
you know, I wouldn't think you'd have to ask permission.
I know, but you probably get those in bulk at
We'll
Amazon.
just ask for forgiveness.
Now we're starting.
You can probably get them for bulk on Amazon.
Well, I think we
right?
could bring some independent person to do it. If we try to do it ourselves, that's where it gets tricky because they're gonna wanna know every dollar so
Yeah.
that nobody's pocketing anything.
Yeah,
But
it's,
if it's
You
just
know what a
vendor
great idea that is though?
pays us
that's what,
You
$2
can't
for the
even get by
weekend.
those things with kids. You
exactly.
cannot.
You know what I
You
think
cannot.
targeting is going to do to make money? I don't know where it's gonna be one, but bullfighting, like
Like the mechanical? That's-
Put our eggs to the beer tent?
you could charge a fair,
Yeah.
like a fair
Oh my
price
Yeah.
to go on it. And I personally think it could be like this, it'd be busy and it could be like our thing.
Yeah,
Oh, that
Our
is, so
things
that would be the coolest
but
thing.
that's like I was saying about
Yeah,
the
where do you even get that?
Liability.
train.
I know they'd be like,
Oh, how cool. That's good. I'd totally go on that thing.
I know, when it's when you put it in the middle of the door.
Have the Legion rent that for us. Hey guys, you want to pay?
Put it in the beer tent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of like a one location, not a lot of manpower for us to man something like that, maybe one person, 2 people at most. And it's a way for us to generate a little bit of, something
Yeah.
for us. And it's
Well, that's
exciting.
why I was thinking about the train part.
And if you sign a
because
waiver,
If you charge, like,
We still got to get a hold of this guy who's in.
What? no, there's one in Connecticut
Oh,
that has it. I can get it for, it'll cost $1,200 for the weekend.
I like that
Friday,
idea.
Saturday, Sunday.
it's cute.
I
because
like that idea.
And then we go to the bounce place down here and see how much they'll charge us to get us a couple bounces. $5 a pop on a bounce.
Yeah.
So
If they don't bring a bounce over to the show anymore, which is in their contract, but you get one of those big, huge,
Army National Guard's actually probably gonna bring a bounce house.
the ride pool,
Army National Guard is bringing a bounce house.
$4 or $5. It's for the kids.
There you go.
They just go in a big, huge circle around the whole thing. And you have to make Finelli to keep their concession trailers back further That's it. So that people give room for the train to go through.
We just have to have people to man all this.
Well, that is a one crowded area. When you go by the
Well,
dam,
because he lets that guy with the penny fall sit right there on the corner, he should push him in about 10 feet.
yeah, so
Didn't they
that speaks to, so
Yeah.
we've got,
They-
we're
right,
talking about numbering our sites. When it comes to Pinelli, we gotta be specific.
Well,
got that
we're
marker
gonna go in
paint.
there and pay mark. Okay, this is your strip,
Yep.
back this far. This is your strip here, back this far. Penny falls, no, move over. Beat it.
Mm-hmm. I like
We
it.
just have to put our foot down, that's it. I mean, I've dealt with show owners for years. And if you don't put your foot down, you're just gonna walk in yourself.
All right. So
All right.
are we good for tonight?
Yep. So
Yeah.
next.
Make a motion to end the meeting?
And
Agenda.
Yep. Motion grant.
Yeah.
So 3-6 here.
3:60.
3:60.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
stop right out here and have them put the date down for us. And then tomorrow, I'll call Kathy tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Um,
We've all got our homework.
Maybe they'll know if they're still doing the
The
pancake
meeting
breakfast.
is 6th.
Could you guys do a post on Facebook to say we need a new secretary?
Thursday,
Yeah.
next Thursday is
Need
set.
a new secretary, and thank you to Juvenile Insurance.
Absolutely, right.
Let me do it.
Here, hold.
Hey, we need a
secretary right
secretary.
now.
We need